All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for popping on. I'm super, super, super thrilled for our Monday night call. We are in so much momentum right now, and there's so many fun things happening that I just want to take a minute and just like celebrate some people. So Ashley Leach, who is not on the call yet, but she probably will be on. She's got a family that's not feeling so well right now. Not only has decided to make this full time, but she had 2 premium packs last week, 2 premium the week before. She's already enrolled someone today internationally. She's like on this race to manager, and just like totally I think shows what this is like with like burning desire and like total coachability. I wanted to recognize Kathy and Sherry and Anna and Barbara and Laura for always being so proactive and are boosting our post page. Like they post in there every single day, they comment and they like on everybody's page, and you guys just absolutely like epitomize our culture and help us live out loud. And then top enrollers last week, Kisa had a couple enrollments, Rachel had a couple enrollments, Laura had a couple enrollments, and there's so many people, you guys, that had 1 or 2. But every time I opened up Isapulse, it was like so-and-so shared, and it's just so fun to see people really excited about Isagenix right now. If you guys did not see, Isagenix has free shipping for new customers from today until October 4th. So this is perfect because it goes right in alignment with us pushing and marketing and promoting our Fall into Health, Rise into Wellness 30-day challenge. I'm also, for the very first time, going to lead a small little book club using Michael Jordan's book. And so we talked about doing that, and I thought, let's just do it with our 30-day challenge. So it'll give us 30 days to read that book. So if you or anybody you know maybe wants to be a part of that, obviously we would love. You just have to comment in there, either in this page or cleansers, and say like, hey, I want to be a part of that, you know, and I will plug you into that. And then just make sure you guys are watching some of the promotions, which Kisa is going to talk about tonight. So I'm not going to dive into it, but you know, the executive leadership bonus, you know, making sure if you're trying to qualify for that for October, if you're watching the holiday bonuses that are happening right now, obviously Leader in Action, that we are tracking those and just kind of staying in momentum through the rest of the year. And so before I introduce Kisa, I want to just share one quick story for you guys. And some of you saw my post last night on Facebook, and it's like, how does that even begin to do it justice for what this opportunity like really does? But I want to be really real with you guys, because sometimes I feel like you see where I am now and it's like, oh, she's an Isagenix millionaire, this and that, but like this is not that long ago. Okay, like how drastically different my life was. And when I tell you that I worked 80 to 100 hours a week, like I worked 80 to 100 hours a week. Like I love it when Facebook in 2011 and 2012 like reminds me, you know, that I was complaining that I was working more than overtime. But there was not a possibility for me to go on vacation, like not even at all. Number one, I couldn't afford it, right? Number two, I couldn't afford to miss the time of work, because then I really couldn't afford it. So the only trips that I went on in like all of my 20s, I mean, I worked holidays, I worked Christmas, we're teaching vacations. So there's a company, if you guys have never heard of it, called Fit Bodies Incorporated, and they bring on personal trainers and like group fitness instructors, and you have to teach classes, you have to train people like on a cruise ship or at an all-inclusive resort. And as a result of doing that, like all you have to do is get your flight and they'll cover your accommodation. That's how I went on vacation. So I went on like 3 of them, and I worked the whole time. I was like, forget partying, because I was the one at like 6 a.m. teaching aqua aerobics and like boot camps on the beach, you know? And then like all day long, I was like, oh, I had to be back at noon. I had to be back at 4. And I was like, well, at least I got to see the ocean, but I worked the entire time. And that was literally what things were like. And on Thursday night, you know, Ryan's daughter was with her mom, and we had no plans. I'm like, let's go somewhere, you know? And she was like, and he said, what? And I was like, let's go somewhere. He's like, you know, and I'm like saying this weekend, and he thought like coming, he was like, wait, like tomorrow? And I was like, yeah. He's like, what? Like in less than 24 hours? I was like, yeah, why not? You know, and we're both like such type A, like such planner people, and like a couple texts to Kisa, a couple friends to another friend that lives there. It's like, we booked a flight, we went, spent the couple days and came back. And I don't want that to be like, oh, like my life is so amazing, but it shows the possibility, you know? And it's not even just that, like, we didn't worry about the cash flow and we just did it, but it's that we have the time, You know, and 6.5, 7 years ago, I would have been getting personal training shifts covered, gym, you know, classes covered, bar shifts covered, brunch shift covered, right? Like trying to figure out which credit card wasn't maxed out so that I could like put something on there. And I was like in tears, like the second day there, just like really how amazing this opportunity is. And it takes time, you guys. It takes resiliency. It takes consistency. But like borrow my story as you talk to people. Like let it motivate you of like what is possible for you and your families. Because I will promise you, if I can do it, anybody can do this. I came into it with zero skills. All I had was a burning desire to live a different way of life. And that's truly all it takes. So I'm excited to introduce Kisa, who also had a burning desire, which is why she's so successful. You guys, she's a 2-star Crystal Executive, 3-star Golden Circle. She is the heart of our team. She is the fun of our team. She understands our back office. She understands recruiting, developing, team training, and so much more. So I'm so excited to be a student tonight and mute and learn from you, Kisa. Thank you for doing our call.
Yay, thank you. Hi guys, how's everyone's Monday? It's nice to see your faces. Okay, so I think I am gonna cover, I actually wasn't gonna cover this part because I didn't know how much time we were gonna have, but then Lauren mentioned it. So I will cover the promotions, like the business builder promotions, but I'm gonna wait to the end to do that. Because what I want to focus on is utilizing the promotions, not only the ones that Isagenix gives us, like the free shipping, for instance, this week, but also things that you can do in your business that don't have anything to do with the promotions going on necessarily with Isagenix, and how you can utilize them based on what it is that you're trying to accomplish goal-wise or that people on your team are trying to accomplish. I think that, you know, doing promotions on your own and putting back an investment into your own business is really key. It's going to help you grow. It's going to be duplicable for the rest of your team to do also. If you're always just waiting for Lauren to run like a free shipping for, because a lot of the time we have the free shipping for new members, but we don't often have things for current members or people that, you know, still have an account but maybe are inactive. So, you know, you'll see Lauren posting in the page about like a weekend special where she's offering to do a reimbursement promo for shipping, or where she's offering like a promo for top enroller. I do the same thing in my group, but you guys are the CEO of your business. So if you're not taking the ownership to do the promotions for yourself, even if let's say you only have like 2 people on your team, you can still run promotions. And I would really encourage you to do that. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight too. So as far as Isagenix Promotions, if you don't know, you can always find any promotions available in your back office under contests and promotions. You can also find them on isagenixbusiness.com under the promotions link, and it will list all the current promotions for business builders or, you know, new enrollments and all of that. So we always have the free shipping on $300 or more of a purchase. So, you know, most people will know that kind of the basic pack, if you add something to it, it's going to be right around $300. That's a really good way to encourage people, if they are looking at the basic pack, to add something to it, because they're basically going to get a product for free in place of paying for shipping. Right now, Isagenix is running the promotion for free shipping for new customers for $150, which is ultimately half of what the promotion normally is. So for people that may not financially be able to get a basic pack or a premium pack or a value pack, but you want to help them get started, this is a really good opportunity to reach out to them, to chat with them about this promotion. If you guys aren't using Penny, I know that we've had a couple calls about Penny. I would highly recommend starting to utilize Penny so that you know who you're reaching out to and who you're telling about the promotions, as far as like your prospects, or if you're telling some people on your team about promotions, you know, that you're going to reimburse shipping. You just need, you have your team right there. So it's really easy to keep track of that way. Does anyone not know the difference of why you would want to enroll someone as a preferred customer on Lifestyle Rewards? Does anyone not know? I can't see everyone's face, but okay. So you want to really encourage your team to enroll people as preferred customers on Lifestyle Rewards because it's the best for everyone, not just for you as the person that's enrolling them, but also for them. So if you were to enroll someone just as a preferred customer without Lifestyle Rewards, there's going to be a price difference in what they're paying versus what they'd pay if they were added onto Lifestyle Rewards. Plus, let's say you get someone started on a basic pack. It's a $25 product introductory bonus for you. You are enrolling someone on a Monday, and by Friday, you have a second person to enroll, and you don't sign both of those people up on Lifestyle Rewards, you're not going to double your product introductory bonuses. So if you sign 2 people up on basic packs that week, instead of making $100 for your double PIB, you're only going to make $50. And, you know, the Lifestyle Rewards is something that is editable. You can always go in and edit that later on. And it's a really good tool to be able to reach out to people. So, you know, some people get scared about being on something that's recurring, but if you're taking like ownership of your business, if you're using Penny, you're going to be told when people's Lifestyle Rewards are coming up. So it's a really good way for you to be able to connect with them, because no one wants to get money taken out of their account that they don't want, you know, so they're going to be more inclined to chat with you versus ghosting you. They know that there's a Lifestyle Rewards coming out. So I always want to make sure people know to take advantage of that promotion specifically, because a lot of people just don't know the difference between being a preferred customer on or off Lifestyle Rewards. The other thing is, if anyone on your team is going to enroll someone, you want to make sure that they are signed up as an associate before that happens. If they're not, they're still going to get a product coupon for the, you know, if it's a product introductory bonus, let's say it's a basic pack, still going to have, instead of a $25 bonus, cash bonus, it's going to be a $25 product coupon. But then they're not getting to take advantage of the double. They're not getting the cash. They're not, if they're not changing to an associate, they're also not going to be able to get that $100 Crystal Consultant bonus, or $50 if it's a regular consultant. So Isagenix builds in these promos and opportunities really to help you leverage your business, but it not only benefits you, but it benefits them too, because you know they can always use that money for product if they wanted, but I think it's just they are going to make, it's the difference between maybe, you know, $50 and $200 or $250, which is, you know, a decent sized chunk of money there. So the other thing I want to chat about is creating promotions in your business on your own that are related to whatever goal that you're going for. So I think that people don't really realize that they can put back into their business. The first thing that Lauren taught me when I first started was, hey, you're going to get, you know, you want to get to consultant, you want to find your 2 people. Isagenix is going to reward you with product introductory bonuses or double product introductory bonuses. They're going to reward you with a consultant bonus after you find your 2 people. And, you know, if you're going to grab 2 friends, you might want to leverage what it is that you're making by offering like your single PIB back. And so, you know, of course, we do work. You should be working for the product introductory bonus. You know, you're not just enrolling them and then kind of forgetting about them. You're going to be checking on them. But for someone that you know is maybe could use the extra $25 incentive, or it's just a friend or family member, it's nice to be able to offer that back to someone. So when my 2 friends started, Andriana started with a basic pack, I got a $25 bonus. Liz started with a premium pack, I got a $50 bonus, but then those doubled. So I got $150 plus, at the time, consultant was a $50 and not $100. So that was $300. So I offered my $50 PIB back and my $25 PIB back to get my friends started. I still made money, but you know, one of those people ended up being one of my biggest business builders also. So, you know, I think that it doesn't always pay off to invest back, but for most often it will. You know, it's going to help them get started. And then if you get the double pivs, then you're still making some money back on it. So for enrollments, if that's your goal, I would say offering the double pivs back. Now, for someone that doesn't get started with a pack that has a product introductory bonus, you're still going to get a 10% bonus. So you can offer that 10% bonus back. You can offer to cover their shipping. You know, I wouldn't say always do that, but especially in the beginning of your build, if you're really working to create enrollments and kind of get the ball rolling, offering that money back is really helpful. If you have a cycle goal, like let's say you're trying to get to 5 cycle bonus, and obviously you need business volume that week. So you can get kind of creative. I call it finagling. My dad always laughs when I call it that, but just to get really creative about, you know, that business volume and where it's coming from. So if you only, let's say you have a lot of business volume on one of your legs and you really only need business volume on your other leg, you can offer a specific promotion back to anyone on that side, whether it's a shipping reimbursement promotion. We have so many really good, like, the verbiage in the Dreamers in Action page. If you look in there, there's a lot of good verbiage about the promotions and what you can say and what you can offer. I'm happy to post what I say after we're done with this call, but typically I'll say, you know, based on business volume, like, you know, 50 BV to 100 BV, I'm willing to offer $8 back to you, and kind of go on from there. And that's just, and if you can do that and you put that out to your personally enrolled, and then they have people on their team that they put that out to, that's duplicable, and that's where you're going to see the extra volume. You might not think like that would make all the difference, but I mean, that's how a lot of people on my team have hit 5 cycle bonus, have hit 1-star or 2-star goals, because they are doing promotions, or they're utilizing the promotions that I give or do, you know, jointly with them. If you're working to create consultants, Isagenix offers, when someone becomes a crystal consultant or a consultant, they're going to get either the $100 or the $50 for becoming a consultant, but you, as their personally enrolled sponsor, are also going to get $100. You get that all the way up to, is it 20 now, Lauren? Or is it back to 40? Is it 20? Okay, about 40. Okay, so up to 40 people. So if you haven't created 40 consultants yet in your, you know, longevity with Isagenix, then you're still going to get $100 for every consultant that you create. So doing incentives for people that have not yet hit consultant, that are your personally enrolled, where you're offering them, let's say, $50 back. So not only are you creating a consultant, but then you're still making $50, and then it's an incentive for them. Sometimes people just need a little extra push, and that is helpful. I know Lauren has been running a lot of contests for her team. She puts them all in like a group message and kind of has that attraction. Some people don't love to do that. I know Jenny's like really personal with her team. She's very one-on-one. She doesn't like to do the group messages, but she has a lot of engagement from just sending those promotions to people directly. So you can just figure out what works best for you and for your business and your team. But that's one really good way to create consultants and just give them that extra incentive. If you are like looking to reactivate people in your downline, or like sometimes Jenny's going for a promotion or going for a rank advancement, and I'll partner up with her. So you guys can partner up with your personally enrolled. And I'll say, hey, let's offer reimbursement shipping back to get some people reactivated. This is the promo, you pay half, I'll pay half. You know, so that it gives, like, if you're putting that money back into your business and you're investing into your business, you're more in tune with it. You know, it means more to you. And so I always want people to have some skin in the game too. I don't like to only do all the promotions myself, because it's just like, especially if they're running for a rank advancement bonus, it just gives them that extra incentive to really reach out to their people. Let's see. If you have a cycle goal, whether it's 5-cycle bonus, 1-star, 2-star, looking too at your lifestyle rewards on your team and on your team's team. So if you're running for a rank advancement this week, let's say, and someone has their lifestyle rewards set for Monday or Tuesday of next week, having a chat with them, you can offer to cover their shipping if they place a wholesale order and push their lifestyle rewards back. I don't suggest doing that all the time because you don't want people to get in the habit of always pushing out their lifestyle rewards, but it is a good option if you need, a couple extra hundred business volume. That's a good option. And always being specific about what it is that you're expecting from them and what it is you're offering them. Being really specific in the message and also creating urgency and setting a time. So if you're, trying to hit your rank advancement goal by the time the back office closes on Sunday at 9 p.m., letting people know, hey, this is only good until Sunday at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Just making sure that you set that goal, because people, if you just send a message that doesn't have an end date, people might think it's, for the next time they want to place an order. So you want to make sure that you're specific and that you create that urgency. And if you're not sure what to do because you literally look at your back office and you think it looks like Latin, then reach out to Lauren or Laura or Jenny or myself and ask for help. Say, hey, what's the next goal that I should be going for? And how do you best suggest that I get to that goal? I know I'm throwing a lot at you guys, but you can find out, like, over this week and the following week, you can go into your reports and do your business blueprint, and you can see how much business volume is set to go through based on the lifestyle rewards for this week and next week. So if you're thinking, hey, next week I really want to go for a rank advancement that's business volume related, you might want to check in your business blueprint just to see how much business volume is set to go through, because maybe that week isn't a great week, or maybe it is a really good week because a lot of people's lifestyle rewards are set to go through, and then so you can kind of plan that way too. So seasonal stuff. I do know that there is something seasonal coming up in about a month or so. So keep that in your ear. I absolutely love rank advancing on seasonal shake release weeks. It's such an underutilized tool and something that you want to prepare in advance for. Seasonal shakes almost notoriously sell out within the first few days. We always, as leaders, will find out at least a few days in advance as to what the seasonal shake release is. It usually always gets released on a Tuesday, but I can't tell you how many times, we will tell the team about utilizing that and, making sure we'll know by Sunday or Monday what the seasonal shake is going to be. We always post like a template that you can use to send out. And now Penny makes it like 1,000 times easier to send out those messages. But I can't tell you how many times people wait to send those messages until the day of the release or Wednesday. And by the time people are getting back to them, the seasonal shake is sold out. And they're like, well, why you didn't tell me in advance? So I cannot encourage you guys enough. When you find out about the seasonal releases, be extremely proactive, because that could be the difference between, a few extra cycles, the $250 5-cycle bonus, a 1-star bonus. Like, there's so many options that you have. You can create consultants that way, and I'll go into that in a little bit. But so that's just one of the most underutilized tools, is the seasonal shake releases. Making sure you get on that as soon as possible. And then there's things that I always suggest people do if they want to let others know about the seasonal shake release. After doing this, I'm in my 6th year with Isagenix. It never fails that no matter how I could plaster it across my forehead and and go to people's houses individually or send them photos, and someone's always going to say, I didn't know that there was a seasonal shake release. Why didn't you tell me? I'm like, I did. But sometimes people just need that little extra reminder. So post, I know you probably think like, oh man, if I post it too many places, are people going to get annoyed? But no, people want to know, especially if it's something that they've tried before and that they love and they're out of, and they're going to buy like 10 of. You don't want to let them miss that opportunity. So always posting it on your wall, some sort of a photo that shows like what it is, some verbiage. And I always put in there too, like it's probably going to sell out. You let people know in advance what to expect. Posting it, if you are someone that utilizes Facebook or Instagram stories, making sure you post it on both of those. And then something that I don't think people do often enough, if you guys are adding people to the pages, you're adding people to Dreamers in Action preview page and Cleansers and Coaches, or if you're in my group and you're adding people to Freedom Dreamers, and you guys are not posting in their period, much less for seasonal shake releases, then there's going to be people that you're missing that don't know, that aren't going to find out about it. Because if Kimberly, I know I say this like every single team call, but I'm serious. If Kimberly, who has a totally different network of friends, adds 50 people into our page and I post about the seasonal shake release, most of the time those people aren't going to get notified of my post, so they might miss it. And if you've been doing Isagenix for a long time and you have a really large team, you're going to probably forget people like that are way deep down in your tree. You don't know to reach out to them because you never really knew them personally, but they might be friends with you on Facebook. So making sure that you're posting about the seasonal releases or new product releases in the team pages is key too, because that, even might help one more person place an order with you. Sending a message to everyone, obviously through Penny, or if you text or Facebook, whatever you prefer doing, but just making sure that you cover your bases and you just let people know. You might get, 75% crickets, but the other 25% are going to help build your business. And so, not sleeping on that is important. Something that I like to do too, if you live in an area where you have a lot of personally enrolled or team members that are on your team, and they don't maybe have an account anymore, maybe it's inactive, or maybe they're really just wanting to try one of the seasonal shakes, but they don't want to spend $10 on shipping. I always do a post too, like in my team page, or I'll send those private messages if I know that someone typically only likes to get one or two. And I'll say, hey, is there anyone local that wants 1 or 2 canisters? I'm happy, you can Venmo me and I'll place the order. That way you get to save on shipping. And what that enables me to do, it not just, increases my business volume, but I can take that order and place it under someone's account that needs the volume or that needs to be reactivated. So like if Jenny is one order away from being an executive, I could technically take that order and place it under someone inactive that helps her. The business volume flows up. So, it's just kind of about being a little bit, like thinking a little bit deeper about where the best place for those things to go that can benefit everyone. So everyone wins in that. People save on shipping, they get their seasonal shake. And, even though I go out and I deliver those things, it still benefits my business, and then it benefits the business of whoever I put that order under. We are going to have a seasonal catalog, I'm assuming, because we always do, toward November and December. So keeping an eye on that. Things go really fast, and people love the extra fun stuff. Like, the blender, the mixer that came out the last time, that went so fast, people loved it. They always come out with really good, exciting little like goodies in the seasonal catalogs, and people just like love them. I mean, who doesn't love like shopping for fun Christmas stuff or whatever? And then you get that in your own online business, which is great. I always encourage people too to stock up. Like if they know that they, like, I don't know what's coming out at the end of the month, but let's say it's cookies and cream. I'm not saying it is because I do not know what it is, but if it's cookies and cream and you know your friend loves cookies and cream, encourage them to stock up because it's probably not going to come out, you know, for at least another 6 months to a year. You're actually not really guaranteed that it's ever going to come back again. We just don't know. So making sure that you're letting people know what to expect is important. And just setting up your team this way and helping them be like duplicate what you're doing, and that is duplicable down the line for the rest of their team also. So that's why I say it's just so important to, you know, it might seem like it's so time consuming to send out messages, but it's really just like a copy paste situation. If you can carve out a good 30 to 45 minutes to an hour, you'll be really surprised at what can happen and who it sparks a conversation with. I've had people that I reached out to that ghosted me for months and years, and the seasonal shake is what they said, oh, hey, you know, I've been meaning to reach out to you, and they ended up re-enrolling with a pack. You know, you just don't know what's going to happen when you take that time to reach out to someone and just utilize, you know, not only the promotions Isagenix gives, but just the ones that you want to run on your own. Does anyone have any questions?
I do. The 5-piece sampler, are
Yep.
they going to get these shakers back? Because I give those out, like I order them to give away, and you know, I do the buzz in my neighborhood and all that stuff. And I'm getting these boxes and they come in, they're crushed and they look like crap. So I can't give them away because I would never give it to anyone. So
yeah, I do believe that they are replacing those. Lauren might know the answer. I don't know the date. But you know, obviously because we changed the logo and changed some of our marketing stuff, that's why they pulled them. So I'm assuming they're coming back. I just don't know when, but Lauren might know.
Sorry, I'm muted. I missed the beginning part. What is it that you're giving away that you are not?
The 5-piece sample packs. She's saying that because right now they come, instead of coming in a shaker, they're coming in that like box.
Oh,
it's like a cardboard box.
There you go.
Yeah, no, sorry. I thought that's what you were talking about, and then I wasn't like totally positive of what you were asking about. But nonetheless, I haven't heard in any way that like we're getting rid of the shaker cups. Like that rumor did not come out of like, oh, it's switching to this. Like if you guys didn't see like the blender is switching, you know, so like what's currently in like the premium pack and like the value pack, it's switching to the pro mix. Like we have not had communication that the shaker cups are not available. And I also don't have confirmation on this, but I will find out, and then I'll post a comment. And when we put the team call recording up, I'll call VIP and put the comment in there so you guys know. But my hunch is it's a supply issue. I mean, Isagenix, like for the most part, has stayed above this whole like COVID curve, but like certain products, like if you guys have not noticed, the immune zinc has been out, and that's out like indefinitely right now. Like they want to bring it back, but they don't have the product, right? Or like there's an ingredient in the barbecue whey thins that like we can't get right now. That is all because of this. So that's why like that product is not available, and Isagenix stands by its word of like no compromise. We're not putting in the filler, but that's why like all the other whey thins are there. We're like, why not barbecue? So my suspect, but I will find out for sure for you, Kimberly, is that I think that there's just a supply issue on the cups of where they were coming from, but I don't know for sure. But when you just like think about like your business acumen with all businesses right now, like anything made in a warehouse, you know, when those warehouses got shut down and things like that, like I think there's just a little bit of a delay, but I'll find out for certain.
That's awesome. I mean, it would just be nice if they shipped the boxes flat and we could put them together, because what's happening is it's not that they're not packing it right. They're just, you know.
Yeah, it's dented.
Yeah.
Yeah, Laura's showing it for those of you that are curious. It's cute. It just definitely gets dented.
I haven't had a crushed one yet, so I was surprised to hear that. And I did hear that they are replacing the shaker cup with I guess maybe new and improved, because the shaker cups that we had, a lot of the lids were breaking off. And so with the rebranding and the problem, it's coming back. Everything I read said it's coming back. They're just getting, I guess, a different supplier. And I haven't seen a date yet. I kind of dig these little boxes. I'm so sorry yours is dented. You might be able to ask customer service to send you a couple.
Yeah, honestly, I love the boxes. I can actually stick more things in them and it's great, but I'm getting like, for every one that I get that's perfect, I'm getting like 3 that's crushed.
So the other is, I mean, just to make sure that you guys, with anything, I mean, Isagenix has the best customer service. Like, call them and tell them that, and just say, hey, like, I'm going to use these as gifts. And even if they're not sending you all the product inside, like, they'll probably send you just the boxes again. I mean, when anything happens, if a bag is ever opened, if anything's ever dented, if it's not like really raising that bar, I mean, always reach out to one of us. We'll call VIP or call customer service, because they'll replace that. They care very much about the look and feel of this company too. So they don't want us giving out anything subpar.
Yeah.
Kisa, I was going to just tap in on one thing before we wrap up, unless you had anything else you wanted to say.
The only other thing that I was going to talk about really quick was just that Isagenix is so generous with what they offer to us. And just if you guys are new, or even if you're not new and you're unsure about something, always reach out to someone and just ask, because it could change. It could be the difference in your business of certain promotions. So a lot of the promotions Isagenix runs, whether it's any leader in action points for contests, or like leadership bonus pools, or the team builders club, you have to have 100 BV of an enrollment in order to make the most of those promotions. So if you have someone that's getting started and they're at like 85 BV, it would be in your best interests and theirs, but especially yours, to encourage them to get up to 100. Whether you want to offer them reimbursed shipping, so basically they're almost paying a similar amount, but getting up to 100 BV could be the difference in your leader in action points. If you're in the manager pools or the director pools, it could be the difference between a couple $100. If you are enrolling, 2 to 5 people a month, that could be the difference between your team builders coupons. So I don't know if everyone knows this, but just want to make mention of the Team Builders Club is awesome, because before it used to be 5 people, and the only thing that Isagenix offered, which is still amazing, was the essentials vitamins with Isagenesis. Well, now, they leveled up with that, and now if you enroll 2 people a month, you're going to get a beginner builder coupon, which right now is good for like a cleanse pack or an essential oils pack. If you enroll 5 people, you get to choose between like a really cool Nurture by Nature bundle that has shakes and greens and just a couple other products, an amped bundle with like the protein and some amped products, or the Isagenesis vitamins. You guys, this is like, between both, enrolling 5 people in a month, that's like over almost $250 worth of free product that you are getting. So if you have, 4 people that enrolled with 100 BV, and you've got one straggler out there with 85, and that's all you have for the month, you're going to fall short by just a really small amount of BV in getting that, the higher expert builder pack. So if you guys need help, and that's why 3-way messages or group messages are so valuable, because sometimes you don't necessarily know how to encourage people to grow their order basket, or how to suggest certain things. But if you add them to a group message and say, hey, Lauren, so-and-so is going to get these products, these are her goals, can you suggest like any other product to help her get to 100 BV? That way it takes the pressure off of you. Lauren can help with that, or any other leader. But just want to make mention of that, because I do notice that sometimes enrollments go in and they are literally just shy of 100 BV, sometimes like 98 BV. And I'm like, no, you guys are totally missing out on like such awesome promotions for yourself. So, just utilizing that is an important key. And that was all I wanted to say.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. My phone, I've got a couple new people on here like, wait, do I get that? I think I just got that. I have this, I have that. I love it. It's so fun. And when you just kind of like unravel all of the beauty that Isagenix has. So I want to just reiterate on just a couple things that Kisa talked about, that this is so good. And I saw Alex type in there, and a lot of you guys are starting to treat your business like a business and see that there's so much more to just enrolling, right? Or so much more to just like putting on social media and like doing ATMs. There's a fine line, a very fine line of what Kisa's talking about on how to incentivize people and make sure we're still compliant. Okay, so like if I met a waitress over the weekend, which I did, right, and I have this relationship with her and I'm chatting with her and I'm trying to get her to do the 30-day challenge, and for whatever reason, you know what I mean, let's just say finances are tight and I already got somebody else going and I know I can double my PIBs, right? So let's say I've enrolled a premium pack, that's a $50 bonus. So now if the waitress is a second one and I'm trying to get her to do the premium pack, right, which is like a $50 bonus, but those would both double to 100. So I'd have 100 from the first enrollment and 100 from the second. Let's say that this waitress is like, you know what, I'd really love to do it, but I can only do the basic. Like this is all I have for my cash flow right now. And I say, okay, so if I do, you know, like the premium and the basic, right, I'm going to be able to make a little bit more that I can reinvest into her and say, you know what, I'm going to give you $50 off. I'm going to personally reimburse you because I care about you and I want you to have all these other options, because we know the bigger the pack, the bigger the retention, right? Plus, like there's more BB coming in, there's more cycles. And for me to make that decision and say, you know what, I'm going to take part of this double PIB and pay it forward for her to come in. Now, I'm the only one talking to this person, right? She's never heard about Isagenix. I'm not like cross recruiting, or I'm not trying to like bring people in. This is different than me going on my wall and publicly saying $100 off the value pack for anybody who gets started this week, which is not compliant. Because let's say that Kisa and I are not on the same team and Kisa's not in a position to do that. And we went to high school together, right? And someone that we both know was watching, and they're like, oh, if I get it from Lauren, I'll save $100, where they may have wanted to go with Kisa, but now they're making this decision around money. That's not compliant. So we just want you to make sure that like you're not doing things that are not fair to other people, but that you really can incentivize your team. And I would encourage you guys to go back and listen to this call more than once, because there's so many gold nuggets in here. And if you're brand new, like to all of the ideas that Kisa has, when that seasonal comes out, like go back and listen to this about how she's saying she places one order, right? So if you have people in your neighborhood and you order 6 of the shakes or whatever, you know, and then you're giving them to them, so they're not paying shipping on it. But instead of Kisa running through her account, which might already be 100 BV, if she's really trying to promote Ashley, right? And Ashley's close to the 5-cycle bonus, and we can run it through Ashley's husband, you know, ship it to wherever, bill it to wherever people are Venmoing, and get that volume that goes from the bottom up. It benefits the whole organization. There's so much strategy in that. So for many of you, you're like, what are they talking about? If there's the biggest takeaway right now, is that we know what we're doing, and we've done this, and we've all done it to rank advance, that like reach out so that we can help you. And those enrollments, you guys, this just happened to me. Like this just happened to me personally. There was a girl who was a longtime customer from a while ago. She just came back. All she wanted was 2 dairy-free shakes and a box of E-shots, right? It's like so close to 100 BV, but it wouldn't have been, and she didn't want anything else. And I was doing all of the things that Kisa suggested, right? I'm like, do you know our bone broth? And she's like, yeah, I still just want this. I'm like, have you heard the Bia? She's like, I just want this. I mean, it didn't matter. That's what it was going to be. So then I finally was honest with her, and I said, you know what? I said, I'm going to be totally honest. The enrollment only benefits me and some of the goals I have if it's 100 business volume. And I said, you're like this shy away. And I was like, can I gift you a product? Like, I need to run it through the initial order. I'll Venmo you back something that I really think you would try. And that cost me like $25 or something, right? Which is a tax write-off. That's a business write-off. But now that's a qualifying enrollment for Leadership in Action. That's a qualifying enrollment for Team Builders Club. Like that's like, you know, so it was worth it for me to say, hey, can I gift you a product? So that was the initial order, because had she ordered the 75 BB and then we tried to run an additional 25, you know, through her account, it doesn't count. It's the initial order. So those things are major that I really, really just want to applaud you, Kisa. This was such a phenomenal call, and there's such good information on here on how to rank advanced people, how to incentivize people. And the other thing I really just want to reiterate that what she said and what I taught her and Janie taught me, and we teach everybody this, is to reinvest in your business. Okay, so if you looked at any business from Taco Bell to Coca-Cola to a, you know, private practice chiropractor office to network marketing, like any business, there would be a certain amount of profit that was reallocated or allocated to marketing that would go towards advertising, right? So we don't do that here in Isagenix. Ours obviously is all word of mouth, but to incentivize people a little bit and take a little bit of your profit. So when I think about that, I can run contests like, you know, top enroller gets $100 or matching these things. That's because that's bonus money, right? Like I get $1,000 as the executive leadership bonus. All of that goes into a separate account that I use to just celebrate the team. Because I wouldn't do that with all of you guys. But I started doing that very early on in my business, just like Kisa's lining up as double pips. You know, if you're going to make $200 or $300 in a cycle and a couple enrollments, and you're helping one of your personally enrolled find their two, and you're like, hey, I'll reimburse their shipping if they get started this weekend. So if your profit was $350 and now you spend $45, right, in shipping charges to get some people going, your profit is still $305. Right? And like starting to just look at your business as a business. I really just want to say, listen to it again, because there's so many nuggets in here that you guys are not going to grasp it all the first time. And I want you to listen to it, and I want you to listen to it. And then as some promos are coming up, listen to it again and pay this forward to new people, because it's absolutely brilliant. So Kisa, you're amazing. And I just want to tell her too, she's moving, you guys. She's like packing up her house. She just closed on a house. Congratulations. And to still show up, it's just like totally the epitome of like servant leadership. So we're grateful for you. Have a wonderful Monday night, you guys. Please always ask questions. The last thing is like, you're never annoying us. We are not too busy. We care. You know, someone is going to get back to you like right away. And we show up for each other. That it's just whether it's better to ask the questions and us do it right the first time than us do things in reverse. So it can be as simple as like, hey, I'm enrolling someone. Do they go on my left or right leg? That takes 30 seconds and us to be able to help you. Then like 2 weeks later, it's like, oh no, that person's in the wrong spot and we're trying to fight with corporate to move them or any of those things. That has happened to all of us, right? Every single one of us has done that. Or if you're about to put in an order and you're like, oh my gosh, it's only at 88 BV. What can I do? I want to make sure it's qualifying. Just ask. It's a text or a call, and we truly, truly care about your success. So
Lauren, can I say one more thing that I thought of? Okay.
Yeah.
So real quick, just if you have a leader, whether it's Lauren or me or anyone else on the team or Laura, that is offering any sort of promotion that they're paying out of their pocket, I cannot encourage. I know that, you know, sometimes things happen where someone's offering, like Lauren will offer a promo for the weekend, and let's say you're on vacation. So maybe that's not going to be a weekend that you reach out to all your people. But if you can take advantage of a promotion someone else is handing you, like a golden ticket, do it. Especially if it only takes, 15, 20, 30 minutes for you to send those messages out to people. It could be the difference between, someone reactivating, someone re-enrolling, someone trying new products. It could be the difference between a couple $100 in your business or a rank advancement bonus. And I think that, most of the time when Lauren or myself or Laura offer promotions, yes, of course, the business volume benefits us when it comes through. But you guys were doing it to help you. I ran a promotion a couple weeks ago where I put together like a cleanse pack of some products that aren't in any of the sample packs, like the XM Plus, the bone broth, things that could increase order baskets long term down the road, people that may not necessarily try those because we were running the 11-day detox. Jenny took that promotion and literally it was first anyone that ordered 100 BV, new, reactivation, anything. And they were getting like $15 worth of products, and I was spending the money, the $5 to ship it to people. And all I asked for in return was like $1 for them to send to me. Jenny cycled like 5 extra times just from that promotion, you guys, because she's proactive and she sent out the messages. And it really didn't cost her anything. All these people got to try these new exciting products. And that creates longevity in your business too. So, you know, I know sometimes you see like Lauren post or a promotion and you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to take me so long to send it out. It could be the difference in your business. It could make a big difference in your business. So just, you know, if you can and you have the time when you see a promotion that a leader puts out, definitely take hold of that and run with it, because it's like a really great opportunity for you to grow your business that you don't have to do a whole lot for. So that was all.
That's good. It's true. And it is. I mean, to block off just an hour and message, you know, your teams and everything. Hey, you guys, as we get wrap up the 9-day or 11-day detox, you know, we have tomorrow and then a double cleanse Wednesday and Thursday. We'll take a teeny pause. Like, you're going to see we are rolling out some group challenges, like boom, 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 all through the rest of the year on purpose. So my leaders already know, like, they're already blocked out in the calendar. So there's a teeny pause, and the next one is October 5th, right? That's our Fall Back into Health, Rise into Wellness challenge. Then we're doing 2 11 days in November. There's a pre-turkey burn for people who want to lean out before they pig out. Then there's a post-turkey burn. And then we're doing a 30-day healthy through the holidays. So you guys are going to see these. And when we're putting out the flyers and we're putting out like the marketing materials for it, if you also have questions on like what packs you should be leading with, or like how do you market one promotion over the other, like that's another time to reach out to us, because just because it's an 11-day doesn't mean you can't sell a 30-day. Right? It doesn't mean you can't talk about a value pack. There's still a lot of benefits in the value pack, even if they just do an 11-day up front, but then they have the vitamins and the greens and all these things to like continue with. So if we're doing a 5-day detox, don't feel like, oh, I can only do these small packs. You know, like that's still not a good return of investment of your time. It's not a great value for them if they're going to go in and buy more things in a couple days anyways. So if you guys have questions, know that those are marketing materials and they're meant to have excitement and just keep the energy fresh in the pages. But how we onboard people and like the trifecta that Isagenix has of good nutrition and detoxing and the adaptogenic herbs, that's the same for any of the packs and products. But with this Fall Back into Health, Rise into Challenge, I want you to know I've been working really hard on this actually. It's going to have a different feel for the content. So a lot of times people always ask me like, what can we do in there besides shake days? What can we do in there about cleanse days? What else can we do besides educating about Isagenix? So I don't have the Google document in front of me, but like Mondays, I know it's Monday meals. We have Tasty Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, Tip Thursday, Fitness Friday, Sweat Saturday, and Self-Care Sunday, I believe is what they are. And it's going to follow that. So like every Monday, we're going to give an idea of a 400 to 600 calorie meal, you know? So like the tip is going to be things like, hey, before you put your blender in, like shake it up, put the blender on, that will make it like, you know, so it doesn't get all the shake stuck to the bottom. Like I have crafted out all of the posts and they're going to be scheduled. But when a couple of you were sharing it and I wrote on there, like, I'm so excited about the recipes. Like it is protein pumpkin spice donuts. Like that's a recipe these people are going to get. Like there's value in there. There's, like a real healthy kind of like apple cider, you know, like sparkling tonic in there. Like I really went deep into my nutrition background to make sure that we're just adding value. So a lot of people are like, hey, once we enroll people, like what is it that we're really offering in there? So as you're chatting with people and like letting them know, like every day is going to have a recipe, there's going to be workout tips in there. You know, we're really incentivizing people. I'm going to do a pot for everybody who rolls in IsaBody that if they're not already in it, like they have to put $10 into it, you know what I mean? And then they're gonna get this pot afterwards. So there's just a lot of exciting things happening with that, that I want you guys to just really like, what made me think about it was Kisa's like, take the time. There's more to building this business than posting on Facebook. So in addition to posting, like reaching out to people and saying, we've talked about Isagenix or you've done Isagenix in the past, and we're kicking off this Rise into Wellness 30-day, and I just thought about you. Like I thought it'd be a great time to come back. We have new products. We're coaching it differently. You always love the products, you know, plus we have free shipping right now. I mean, just be willing to have the conversations and you'll be shocked at what happens with your enrollments. If you look at people who are constantly enrolling, Laura, Jenny, Kisa, Kimberly, Alicia, they are not just posting on Facebook. They have a great brand, but you've got to reach out. You've got to pick up the phone. You have to have the conversations. So Kisa, thanks again. You guys, we'll get this recording up in 24 hours. Please listen to it again. Such golden nuggets in there. And we'll see you next week. Bye, you guys.